What's good, everybody? Welcome back to the Soul Table, where sneakers are never just sneakers. Tonight's conversation is going to be just a little bit different because sneaker culture usually goes reduced to sale prices, hype drops, and who hit on sneakers. But there's another side of the culture that deserves way more attention: style, identity, expression. The way people build outfits around sneakers, the way sneakers become confidence, the way the fashion and footwear start telling the world who you are before you even open your mouth. And tonight's guest represents that space perfectly. Ashley Simone has built a presence that blends sneakers, fashions, femininity, confidence, and culture in a way that actually feels authentic, not forced, not manufactured, not an internet personality type of energy, just real style. So tonight we're talking women in sneaker culture, sneaker styling, social media influence, hype culture, fashion trends, and whether sneaker culture is evolving or slowly losing itself. Ashley, welcome to the Soul Table.
Thank you for having me.
I'm happy you here. That girl, you showed up. You showed up. Just how I knew she was going to show up. Like I was like, and when Mike said she was coming, I was like, she going to show the fuck off. And I guarantee, I'm either we gonna be twinning in some way, shape, or form, or we not. And lo and behold, we both got camo.
We do.
And I almost put that camo on, but I was like, you know what?
The red, orange kind. It kind of.
I know, right?
Yeah,
I know, right?
It's
We
in
compliment
sync.
each other.
It's in sync.
Harmonizing
We
the shit.
compliment.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. What do you got on? Because we do fit checks here. I'm gonna do myself.
We do
last.
fit checks.
Yes.
Okay. So the Army Fatigue shirt that I got, it was thrifted. Big into thrifting, so I incorporate a lot of thrifting with the high and low fashion type of thing. So thrifted this. These pants are from Nordstrom's. I can't remember the brand, but I did get them from Nordstrom. And of course, rocking the Vans. Some slight, nothing too crazy.
Cool. I think Mike went them on the low because he been looking for some.
I do.
Some Vans.
I do.
These in particular?
Yeah, they're nice.
What's the resale? The resale not too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you won as soon as you said pants are from Nordstrom's. I don't know. I was like, damn.
That
that
doesn't mean anything.
It don't, but the way you said it, they from Nordstrom, light. Like me, So we'll start top down. Mitchell and Ness jersey. Obviously.
Shout out to Mitchell and Ness.
Shouts to Mitchell.
And you represent my city. Yeah. You represent my city. We love that.
And that's the crazy part, because while I've been in Chicago, I've not much of a Chicago fan on any play. I just love their colorways, from the Bulls to the Black Hawks, even the Chicago Bears. Like, I'm a huge fan of, and like just in the socks. Y'all got two teams. I got the Sox and the Cubs. But I mean, I got damn near every Cubs hat and Sox hat. It's not even funny. It's bad. I go in my hat area and they're like, Socks. Like, no. I can't wear that today. I keep wearing the same hat over and over again. I got like 8 Black Hawks hats, and it's bad, whether it's an A-frame or a fitted.
Yeah.
I have to have one.
I love that for you. I love that for you. Thank you. I like to think that Chicago sports teams, as far as like the logos, are iconic, like LA or New York. Like that classic LA that everybody likes with that blue.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like that White Sox on black with the white.
Cold.
Old English, yeah.
Every time.
Absolutely.
It's gonna hit every time.
I have one on. I'm just tripping.
You have one?
Yeah,
I was trying not to say nothing. I'm gonna let you lead yourself in.
I'm just
I'm better today. I'm better today. So, and I have my shorts extra tight today from J. Crew, and socks. These were supposed to be the Mike specials that he gave me from Amazon, but they didn't fit, so I got my own. I'm still stewing over that. And lightning yellow Fords, which are my grails. I love these. They just go with everything. I don't care what you got on. If you want to be loud and still be in like a calm realm, lightning yellows are the go. Yep. And the hat is from Cap City, New York.
Oh, I forgot about my hat. My hat is from Leader Quality, a New York brand. So.
Yeah. New York.
Ow.
We do this. I'm gonna leave you alone today, Mike. I don't care what you got on. She won
Solid.
on all
That's fine.
courts.
No, he
That's fine.
he dripped like
He's been
we
wearing duck
have to
camo
go.
for a while. He loved duck camo.
There's nothing wrong with that.
It's
That
nothing. It's nothing. It's nothing.
That
It's nothing.
camo go.
But
You
I'm
can wear it so many ways.
I love camo.
Yeah.
Like if you go back and look at as many shows, you'll see I constantly wear camo in some way, shape, or form. I think one of my later outfits that I had on with a Michelin jersey, I had a Supreme hat on and it was camo, and it went crazy because it was like he just matched up color patterns. I'm like, that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that.
I don't have to put the same team on with everything. I could,
No,
but
you
I don't necessarily need to do all that.
Exactly.
All
You can wear what you want to wear.
Right. So let's get into it. So all right, Ashley, like let's start at the beginning.
Okay.
Like what was the sneaker that really like pulled you into sneaker culture?
Good question. So growing up in Chicago, it's obviously Michael Jordan's city.
Duh.
You know, Jordan and Nike reign supreme in Chicago. So the first shoe that I remember that got me into sneakers where I like had a hissy fit over was the He Got Game 13s. It was the original drop, and my dad had sent my uncle to go grab them for me, and my uncle brought them to me, but I guess I had grew, so they were too small. But I'm like, I told my mom, I'm like, no, I balled my toes up. Like, just let me keep them because I want to wear them to school on
Taking
Monday.
the foot pad out.
Yeah, I was like 5, 6 years old, but I'm like, no, I need these shoes. I need to wear these to school on Monday. Like, and she was like, well, let him take them back. He gonna go get a half size bigger or whatever. I knew he wasn't coming back with them shoes. He never came back with them shoes.
Okay. So the Jordan 13 He Got Games,
Yes.
these Shuttlesworth. Honestly, I saw that story going a little different. It's like my uncle went to go get them, and in my mind, it was like, uncle was a crackhead. He done took the sneaker money and went and go smoke something with it. Or he done gambled it off. Like them gambling commercials, really, them just real. They are real.
No,
Like
gambling addiction is real.
I've seen balloons in the car at live because somebody's in the game. Like somebody maybe ain't get these balloons. They had to be there all day. I'm dead serious. Like
yeah.
Whatever is the point. So the next question is like, what role does sneakers play in your personal style now?
Oh, it's like everything. It's like sneakers have really become like part of my identity. Just from down to like my childhood and what they represented for me as a kid and going to school in the 90s and in the early 2000s. Like it was everything. Fresh pair of Air Force Ones, fresh pair. You know, we used to rock K-Swiss too back in the day, the all white K-Swiss. So those was popping. If you did have Jordans, you know, you had money. So you was seen as privileged.
Right.
But for me, it was just all around. Like I was a very shy kid, so I didn't really say a lot. But shoes and fashion have always been my introduction to people. I think it's something that I've always been known for since I was probably a kid.
So, because like there's a difference between like wearing sneakers and like really building your identity around them. So, do you consider yourself like a actual sneakerhead?
I don't like the term sneakerhead. I use it, but I do feel like the term has kind of lost its importance. I don't know. I would say more of a sneaker enthusiast.
Okay. I call myself the kind of
or a collector. I am a collector, and I for me, just to say like I'm a sneakerhead, like I pay attention to everything, the stories, the reason why.
Because the reason why like now drives the reason, for sales now. Me and Mike talked about this a little bit like before, where, the hype or the story sells the shoe. Now, nothing against some of these campaigns, but a lot of these campaigns be so over the top. You can't help but like get excited for the shoe. But then when you really take a step back and look, you're like,
did I need this? Yeah. I don't know. You think stories matter today?
yes.
Really?
Yes.
To us or to like the younger generation? And when I say us, I don't mean to assume your age. I'm old, so
We old.
okay.
We old. Okay. So
Okay.
you said early 90s. I'm sorry, you said 90s, early 2000s. So we old.
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
felt you.
yeah, yeah.
And you said them Jordan 13s and you was like, what,
Yeah.
6?
Yeah, original release, 1996.
Yeah, so I got to put myself back in 1996, 97 in that era. So understanding, like, I got to feel for how old you are. So we going to leave that there.
Yeah.
So, and it's just understanding, you know, what the stories actually do for the actual shoe. So when you look at a Air Max 95 and you look at the design of the shoe. Now, most people earlier on never knew that shoe was designed from a skeleton. Then when they start putting the stories out and they go, oh, we're going to put the big bubbles back out. It's like, it doesn't matter the bubble. We
just identify with the style.
We identify style and
with the silhouette.
The silhouette of the actual shoe.
Yeah.
So for a long time, we would get stories from a shoe and you just named one straight off the rip. And the crazy part, it was from a fictional character. And that shoe didn't even exist when the movie originally came out.
It came out after.
So there's a story already behind it.
Yep.
So you was like, I want these He Got Games. And as soon as you said it, white with the black bottoms with the Panther paw foot, Jesus Shuttlesworth playing Joe Shuttlesworth. Joe was busting his ass, but then Jesus turned it right on.
Yep.
He went and took his chain off and got busy with him.
Yep.
And when he left them the shoes.
Yeah.
And he went to Big State, and I don't know how the ball got from prison
from the court. Yeah.
But you get my point.
Yeah.
So just understanding that, it was like, that's the story that was built around it. So I personally identify with that story. Now for me, it was the playoff 13s.
The playoff 13s are amazing. The playoff 13s are really good. They're really good.
And He Got Games just as well. So the story is what sells me. So when I go in my museum and I look at the different boxes and I go, okay, those Air Max 97s, those are Michael Johnson's. Okay. Those Air Max 97 undefeateds, those were one of the original collabs from like back in the day.
Yeah.
I had to get to read because during the time frame they sold out so fast.
Yep.
Then I look at my Travis Scotts. I remember the Travis Scott ones, man, mind you, he had like 4 other shoes before then, but the Travis Scott ones, it was like, oh man, he did something different with the Nike sign, flipped it backwards. No, Dennis Rodman did that.
Yes. Dennis Rodman did it first.
But the story behind it, we hear now.
Yes.
So I just was like, I thrive for the stories. Mike will tell you right now, if I hear a good story, I'm for it. And for certain people like Frank Cook, with his
Frank.
Listen, I got to meet him. I just got so many questions. But for him, knowing that his first Saucony design, the Saucony Jazz, was based off of him going to school, that made me realize, like, yo, it's a lot.
The collab with Shoe Palace. Is that the one you're talking about?
No. It's like the first one with man, was it Shoe Palace? The shoe was purple, black.
Yeah.
It was Shoe Palace.
Yeah.
I had to rethink myself. Yeah, that joke. So when I seen that, I was just like, and then realizing, reading the story too, realizing he might have lived in Philly, or I think he's from Philly. I don't care what you tell me, because he's going from Philly.
I thought he was from Philly and then went to college in Atlanta.
He went to Atlanta, but he was traveling from here to New York to go work at Foot Locker.
Okay.
So it's a whole different beast.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at him like, this dude's different.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
I look for a good story 100% of the time.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite sneaker era then?
Oh, my favorite sneaker era. Honestly, there's no better time than the 90s. Like, the 90s was the best sneaker era. And the reason why I say that is everything was new. Original concepts. I wouldn't say it was always like hype around them, but like the different basketball shoes that was coming out, the Deion Sanders, Scottie Pippens, of course Jordan, Griffey's,
Zoom.
so many different kind. I feel like that was like
pennies.
Pennies too. Can't forget about Penny.
Yeah, Penny. You got the AIs. You got Damon Stoudemire.
Yes,
it was the time.
It was a time.
It was
athlete signature.
It was a time.
It was a time. Gary Payton.
The gloves. Remember they had the actual shoe case came off, and if you walked on a regular, you were slipping because your foot was so damn sweaty. Listen.
Yes, it was a time, and even like when you mentioned a Penny, Little Penny, Chris Rock, the whole just another one. What was it? What was his name? He played for Charlotte. Larry Johnson. Grandmama. Yes. Yeah. That was a time.
I just bought my daughter one of those, like a t-shirt from Mitchell and Ness. I didn't just buy it for her, but it's a black t-shirt with Grandma Mom on it.
Yeah.
And she loved that shirt. She can't fit it no more, but she still be trying.
Look,
still be trying. I don't even
ain't
get
mad
mad
at her.
I ain't mad
That
neither.
was a
I'm
time.
like, go ahead, girl.
So yeah, no, that was the 90s was it.
So what's one shoe or a silhouette that you'll defend to the death for people, like, and why?
Honestly, I feel like now they're getting it's just due, since now we're seeing them come back, retros and stuff. But Deion Sanders, growing up, my dad was a huge Deion Sanders fan.
How could you not? He had a video game
Huge.
where you could be a wide receiver, a quarterback, cornerback, running back, all at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I had that game.
If we're talking about like influence
Mhm.
and just growing up, like, of course, Mike was there, but before that, we got to consider some things. Like, Deion was a huge staple in my household, so I will always.
So you had the Falcons jersey in the house. You had the Niners jersey in the house.
I didn't have them.
Why
My
are we
pops
forgetting
had
the
them.
Cowboys jersey? I'm confused.
Huh?
Why are we forgetting the Cowboys
I
jersey?
didn't get there.
I'm just saying
No,
that was
you
the
can't-
last
yeah, you
one.
can't forget
I
the
didn't
Cowboys
get there.
All right.
I said Atlanta and the 49ers. Did he
Right.
play for the Niners before?
He did, but I'm just saying.
Before he got to Dallas? Because
All right.
that's where he got the
I don't
monies.
like the Niners being
But he
being
got him
talked
the
about
ring.
before the Cowboys. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
It rubbed me the wrong way.
You got the Cowboys jersey.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And then he played for Washington. And then he played for Baltimore.
Yep.
Boom.
Yep. But my dad, he was huge. Huge fan.
I don't blame. I don't see why not. Like, I'm a huge Deion fan. So as a kid, when we would play football, when I played football, I would take my headband and wear it around my neck. And the rest would always be like, you can't play with that. And I'm like, but Deion did.
Yep.
And he'd be like, no, I'll take it off. So I had my one chin strap down. He'd be like, you got to buckle that. So I would take the button off and throw it. And each time I would get, the ref was like, he got to snap his button on. I can't. I lost it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I get it. Deion was a huge influence. With
He was. The
and all.
gold, the way he dressed, the flashiness, the way he carried himself. Like, I feel like, Mike obviously reigns supreme when it comes to influence, but it was so many other athletes that played such a huge part in sneaker culture. I would even go as further back, like, if we're just outside of the Nike Jordan rim, like the Puma Clyde and Walt Clyde Frazier.
Even though now, like, when you see him, he got the Pumas on, but the suits, you be like, hey, Clyde, somebody get Clyde out. Somebody get him. Him and Dr. J. Dr. J, you be looking at him. I'll see him at the game sometimes.
He be so colorful.
He do, but
he be so. I love that though.
But so the one day he had on a Milano sweatsuit, and I was like, who doing this to Doc, man?
Yeah.
Come on, Doc.
Yeah.
Come on. He just walk around the jaws. I was like, Doc, come on, man. Get it together, baby. Square it off. But hey, you look how you feel. And he looked young still. That's what he does.
They look really good for their age. You know
Doc,
what I'm saying?
You look good.
Yeah.
Okay. Not a dig. But when I saw you, knew what you had on. I said what I said. So, like, I hate asking these types of questions. So what's a sneaker that women potentially styled better than men? And I know that's a wild question, but, like, in my opinion, there are some shoes that women style better than men.
You think it's just certain ones?
I think yes. So if I see a woman in Jordan 12s, taxis, I don't know why, because maybe the foot is so small, and usually you'll see, the sweatpants, or she'll have tights on, and I ain't being sexist. I'm being observant.
Yeah.
But just that's one shoe that I see, all right, she doing it right. Or this is probably gonna be a wild take, but I think women's style Roshi runs way better than men, because it's a
They absolutely did. They absolutely.
I would say the only reason why that's the case, and in my opinion, I think that women overall are just allowed to be more expressive when it comes to fashion.
Yep.
So we will always have that advantage because we could pretty much wear anything and not get judged for it. I do feel like back in the day, at least when I was growing up, like, the tomboy culture. So you didn't really see, like, if you did see the girls in the shoes, they was like the hood girls. They was like, you know, the girls that, you know, be outside for real. And not like in a bad way, but
No, I get it.
But I feel like back then, you know, they were trying to like steer away from that because you didn't want that stigma over your head, like, oh, you was a tomboy, or if you dressed a certain way, you automatically got looked at like, you know, you were possibly gay or whatever the case may be. But today,
not there's anything wrong with that.
It's nothing wrong with that. I'm part of that community, so it's nothing wrong with that at all. But today, I don't know. Like I don't go with the notion that women dress better than men, because I see some men that actually put that shit on.
I think y'all more liberated than men, because the stigmatism with men is we have to spend money on our clothes, and we're just starting to come out of that.
Yeah.
So I know for me, I don't still live in that world, because I'm like I said, I'm just coming out of it. But growing up, if you didn't have, I'm about to show our age right here. If you didn't have the Nietzsche or academic jeans or the Zori jeans, Rockaware, State Prop,
Jabot.
you got nobody. Jabot. Actually, you know something crazy? My best friend, her brother-in-law, designed those strap jeans.
Really?
Oh, that's fire. He worked for Jabot.
They need to bring those back.
Man, listen, I was looking online for some just for my daughter. I was like, them pants is legit. So we had to have the brands on, because if we went to Target or we went to Kmart and we got the Wranglers or the Lee jeans, we got laughed at. But
for sure,
if you know, and it'd probably be because, like, well, my mom was the creative one. There was nothing wrong with Lee's, but she would get the Lee's that was like purple and had the drill team stripe on the side.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need
those.
I don't need, just give me some regular blue jeans. Like, you need some color. Like, no, don't color my legs. Just give me what I need.
Yeah.
But so now our closets are now opening up, so we don't have to be pigeonholed anymore with the labels. It's nice to have, but it's not necessary anymore. But then during that time frame, we needed those. So
and then I think too, like, you got to think, like, in today's culture, it's so many independent brands.
Right.
I think we are leaning towards more like, you know, shopping with independent brands versus like the bigger brands. And then you got to think, like, those designers are not really relevant today at all.
No.
I think at that time it was like new, and like, not to say like the streets still don't play a part, but street culture back then had a heavy impact on how we all dressed and what we thought was cool. And, you know, now I think like the kids today, they don't really have to lean into the streets because of social media.
So do you follow, you know, the trends, or do you tend to ignore them? Or do you like remix them and make them your own thing?
I think that,
because from what I see from your Instagram, you are your own person.
Yeah, I would like to think that my style is my style. However, I'm influenced by the 90s. I'm influenced by the 2000s. So bright colors, mixing patterns have always like been my thing. Always. So like I feel like a lot of that stuff is coming back. Whether, you know, the younger generation don't want to admit where y'all got it from.
They don't.
A lot of the stuff that y'all wearing, we were already wearing.
They don't. And I'm still trying to figure out the rapper who kept saying, I started this baggy clothes stuff. And Mike Epps had enough nerve to stand up for us and go, you didn't start that shit.
No.
You digging in our closet.
No.
This is us.
No. And one thing I think people forget about fashion is, like, it's always, even when it comes down to sneaker culture, something may die out, but 10, 15 minutes later, it will always come. Years later, not minutes. Years later, it will always come back. Fashion repeats itself.
It you know what? It does. And my fear is that the 8-button suit's gonna come back.
Those made the Steve Harvey suits.
I don't want that.
It was
too many buttons. Okay. And Carl Kanai pants. I can't. It was too many clasps.
It was a lot of class on them Carl Kanai pants.
Everybody had an Aunt Bobby that would wear those, and she would.
Then you had an Aunt Bobby too?
I definitely had an Aunt Bobby. She definitely had a fade. And Aunt Bobby was the shit. I love Aunt Bobby. And her name was definitely not Bobby when she was growing up, but I love my Aunt Bobby. Like, I haven't seen her in a long time though. But she used to always have the big pocket Carl Kanai jeans.
Yeah.
and Carl Canal boots with the low plate on the side. And she used to have this low fade. She was light skinned. She was bad. But that's my aunt, so I ain't afraid to say that. But
Yeah. You could say your aunt was bad.
She was tight work. She was tight work, but she would always come, Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter, with her friend. I didn't know what that lifestyle was until I got older. And I approve because she was bringing some work around. I'll give that. I'll give it that. So
shout out to your auntie.
Okay. So I've noticed this just on a personal level. I feel like this. I feel like women have to work harder to earn their bones in sneaker culture. Do you feel the same way?
Absolutely. I think that
Why is that,
when it comes down to sneaker culture, because you got to think about it. When this first started, who was the main audience? Who was the target?
Definitely male athletes.
Absolutely. So we didn't even get acknowledged for a long time. I feel like when brands thought about women, they only thought about us from the pink, purple, girly girl color perspective. Like it wasn't how it was today back then. And I feel like even in that, like for me, like I've been in this for a very, very long time. I still have to improve myself, or some people may question my knowledge behind it, or if it's authentic. I've had men come to me personally and be like, well, like I was gonna try to like talk to you, but I see you this. Because I know like a lot of women usually be trying to like talk to me because they want to get shoes or they want to be seen. So it's just like always that thing of like, no, I'm not in this because I'm trying to get a man. I don't date men. I'm in this because I love the culture.
Okay.
I'm in this because I actually have an opinion. I'm not trying to get close to somebody. And I think that a lot of people think that, you know what I'm saying? Especially for women. Like we have like some type of underlining mission, I guess, to get into the culture, when honestly we enjoy it just as much as men do.
Yeah, because I think the first time I met you was at the George Braid. You look like you was having a time. Everybody was just walking up talking to you. I was like, well, she seems personable. She out here flows. She working the streets, because we was on the street. I can't say the room.
Working the street sounds
I
crazy,
know,
though.
and I was going to address that. You ain't even give me a chance. I was going to address that, world. That's why I went wrong. She wasn't on the streets like that. It was a bunch of us on the streets.
It was a block party.
Yeah, it was a block party.
Yeah, it was a
block party.
Block party. I was digging myself in a hole even further when I said, yeah, we was all on the streets together. just doing it out on the streets, just drinking and having a ball. But we were.
Yeah. So, but no, I do. Like, I feel like women, even in today's culture, y'all on Twitter, y'all see the conversations. We always got to show and prove ourselves. No matter how long we've been in it, there's always reasons why somebody want to question, oh, why you getting noticed, or who are you? And
so there's a, and I would never talk trash about this this group, the Sneaky Link Pod, Sneaky Leak Pod. Am I saying it
Sneaky
right?
Link.
Sneaky Link.
Sneaky Link.
Shout out to them.
So when I see them and I see them, talking about shoes, I actually engage in it. I just look and I don't say much to it, because from a distance, if you just were scrolling past and you just happen to see, and the mindset is, oh, it's just a bunch of women just talking. But you got to really dial into what they're actually talking about, and they're talking about real shit.
No, they are very knowledgeable.
So I never for one second thought like, oh, this is just for guys, because like one of my best friends, shout out to Kim, she was more of a sneaker person than I was at one point in time. Like she was always getting the 11s, the 1s, Air Maxes, even before everybody. Like she would make sure she had them. She used to have her hair like in the little wrap, and she would go get the shoes, come back, and look like, what are those? Oh, these new Air Maxes. Well, you want this? And I ain't even. I wasn't there yet.
Yeah.
But I was basically focused on Mike's, because that was my idol.
Yeah.
So
for sure,
I could totally understand that. But like to say it this way, I feel like a lot of the women don't get enough credit that they so righteously deserve, or get the chance they deserve, because like you said, it was geared towards men, and it's still essentially male dominated, because the first thought in your mind is, well, what does she got to say? What does she know? Like, and you'll
be surprised. Like, don't judge a book by its cover.
And you shouldn't be surprised,
at
because information is easily accessible. The next thing you could do is, this may be creepy if you want to call it. You can go on her Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and look at what she's following. If the majority of them, if I put in, I'm just using an example, not that I did it because I didn't, but if I go in and I go look at what you following and I type in Nike and 5 different
Nike profiles come up.
now I know you in the shoes. Or I type in Asics or Adidas or New Balance, or I type in Joe Freshgoods, and I see, I just type in that.
Yeah.
I ain't looking no further.
Yeah.
Because now I know you about shit.
Yeah.
That being said, it's like, that's got to change. That is me talking directly to the world. That got to change. You can't judge a book by cover. Women are just as knowledgeable as us. This is their culture just as much as it is, you know, ours. It's our culture. So, well, all of ours.
And some of us have been in it for years, even when it wasn't cool for women to be in.
I always gravitated to the girls that wore the shoes. I still will.
I ain't even gonna lie. Some of your tomboy girls was probably some of your prettiest girls.
You ain't lying.
I mean, we just.
I'm name dropping all day, and I'm doing it again. We had Dominique.
Yeah.
Dom, I don't know what you look like now. Tight work. You had Coco. My brother gonna beat me up. He in Texas. He ain't gonna come up. All right. So, question: Did sneakers pull you into fashion, or did you pull your did you pull into your fashion? Did you pull sneakers into it?
It was like they went together like peanut butter and jelly, in my opinion. Like, I was always and still heavily influenced by like the 90s. So Queen Latifah, Living Single, even Living Color, Wayans Brothers, Marlon Wayans. I feel like Marlon Wayans is so slept on when it comes to fashion and just sneaker culture and just what he, like, his contribution to it, I don't think gets enough praise. Of course, we look at the Martins and the Will Smiths.
Yeah.
But Kadeem Hardison is one of my all-time favorite people to go back and look at.
Yeah, especially in White Man Can't Jump.
Yeah.
It was so many top tier shoes in that movie, just on the basketball court alone. And Kadeem, he had on 5s, I believe.
Yep. Yeah,
he was 5 or 6s, I'm pretty sure. But I remember I was like, yo, Kadeem was out here. He was giving out hell.
Kadeem was nasty. It's a movie that I just saw recently, and I didn't even know that it exists, but I think it came out in like 88. It was called like The Devil of Temptation or something like that. But it's with him, Samuel Jackson, and somebody else. It's a scene where he like in his apartment and he cleaning the threes. He got on the black, but he cleaning the white. Or he posted 2. I think it was something in the movie. I'm not sure what them was. Maybe it was them Commanders. I'm not sure. But Kadeem Hardison is so slept on.
And I'm gonna get you, sucker. He had on 3s when
he did when he got kicked down them stairs.
Yeah.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
You get it.
Yes,
so
he
you
did.
know.
Yes,
he had them Jones on, Mike.
Yes, he did.
You've never seen, and I think he had something crazy on the Vampire in Brooklyn too.
He did.
I'm gonna go back and watch that tonight. That's one of my new favorite movies.
Yeah,
I don't know
it's
why.
A classic.
I used to be scared of it because like the eyes, man. Like he looked like what's the bull? He looked like Ashford, like from Ashford and Simpson.
Oh, yeah, you talking?
Yeah, so I couldn't get past that. I was like, nah, I'm cool. I'm good. I'm good. So, what's the biggest difference between simply wearing sneakers and then styling them? That's.
I feel like the intention behind it. I think it makes all the bigger difference. I feel like for me, the way that I dress, I typically try to start with my sneakers first. So I'm very intentional with what I want to put in them. Like if I see a shoe, I automatically think like, damn, them would look nice with this. I'm gonna go try to find this. Or if I see him, I want to like, okay, let me go reference something. I'll go watch a show in the 90s. I'm quick to go throw on something from the 90s. Living Single, watching Queen Latifah, or even Regine, when Regine wore the 10s.
She did.
And Living Single.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, like I would just go back and like, I think the intention behind it. I feel like the difference is, I don't know, like style is personal. So if you don't have a sense of style, like I see a lot of people that just buy the shoes, slap some jeans on and a t-shirt and go about their day. That's cool. If that's who you are, that's cool. But if you want to go a little deeper, like you actually like, no, I want to wear these jeans with them. I can see this. I want to wear this shirt. But then if I wear this, how can I layer this? How can I add to it? How can I make this color pop?
So you highlight the shoe aesthetics versus to actual attire. So the shoe is helping
Bring
attire.
everything together, even if it doesn't match. I'm a huge fan in complementary colors. So
You know what? You must be. When your birthday?
October 7th.
Okay, that my son's birthday is October 8th.
Okay,
So
shout out to a
That's
Libra.
my dog.
Yeah,
That's my dog. He a piece of shit, but that's my dog.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
But you know he is. He always be doing stuff.
So yeah, no, that's my thing. Like, yeah, that's pretty much how I start. It's almost like something that starts in my head. It's like I have a board in my head, and I just like put pieces together, and then I go through my wardrobe to see what I have, and then if I don't have it, I try to source it, something similar to what I got an idea for, and they usually go like that.
So I envision you like a beautiful mind where he could see the numbers and he was doing all the paperwork and he didn't realize he was going schizophrenic. So I ain't saying that you're going schizophrenic.
I may be. I ain't gonna lie.
There's a chance.
It may be. It may be.
That sounds. I seen the movie and he was up there. 276.
It may be.
And the dude was like, "Put the mail in the box." I don't know who picked that shit up.
Yeah.
And I don't know how I didn't notice the people wasn't aging with him, but it was mad crazy. So that's how I envision it. But
Yeah.
I think for the most part, most of us start off shoes first and then work our way up. But to be fair, to be honest, I'm awkward. I box lefty. So for me, it's going to start off with the littlest thing. Like inspiration doesn't necessarily come from the shoe. The shoe is going to be the centerpiece no matter what.
Of course.
We already know that.
Of course.
So it could be a scent. Like I'll go in my closet and you got the rows of colognes and whatnot. And it could be a bottle of YSL. And I'm like, this smells like it should be with, and then I go from there. It could be that. Or it could be, say I got your overcoat. I'll go in the closet. I'll see that. We're going to make this work.
Yeah.
Because no matter what I do,
because
with camo, whatever is next to is going to be highlighted. So your shirt, your hat and your pants are definitely highlighted, but the shoes, they stand on their own and they out here. So I seen it when you first walked in. So I was like, oh, she got the pants on. Might gonna go crazy. But it needless to say, how you put it together is noticed. And I'm pretty sure everybody else knows because if they don't, if you haven't, go check her Instagram out.
I appreciate
it's
that.
gonna pop up
I appreciate
on the
that.
screen.
Thank you.
Please follow her because it I ain't gonna lie. Like the one day, like I looked, you had the oversized pants, so I was like, get the fuck out of here. That is nice.
Yeah.
I wasn't being creepy. I was like, that's nice. So what I did was I asked my daughter, you like these pants? She was like, yes. I was like, okay, you don't. Because you gotta ask her, she's autistic. You gotta ask about 4 or 5 different times before she really give you her real answer. So she says yes like 5 times and it's but for the most part, I admire from a not from afar. I've been following you for a little bit. So I was like, oh, she got it together. I like that.
I appreciate that.
All right, Mike, we gotta pay some bills. Can you pay these bills for us, please?
Absolutely.
I just need some water.
Hydrate.
Yo, I ain't even gonna lie. I'm super thirsty right now.
I know you fucking lying. Where did you get off telling me you thirsty?
Yeah, man, I can't lie. Like my head been hurting. You feel me, man? I can't focus. You know what I'm saying? My baby mama left me. Been working long hours, man. I just need some water.
Hydrate. Said you was thirsty. No one cares. Work hard. Worry about your goddamn problems. Everybody got problems. My baby mama and my wife left me. Okay, so this is where things might get a little uncomfortable. So, and I'm cool with uncomfortable. I love controversy.
Nothing grows in comfortability.
So because sneaker culture started in real communities.
Yes.
Not like these industries where they be like, oh, we manufacture. Just because you manufacture don't mean
let's get to it.
You cultivate it. So we're going to start off with the right one. Black culture.
Yes.
Urban culture, basketball.
Yes.
Music.
Yes.
Local identity. But now it seems like global corporations and algorithms and influencers are creating like, different content and, creating, content strategies. So let me ask you this. Do you still think sneaker culture still belongs to the people who created it?
Absolutely. I would never go against that.
So you don't think it became different?
I know it's different.
Oh, it's way different.
It's completely different. When I say like Do we own it? I would say yes, because we created it. Now, do we get the credit for it? Do we get recognized for it? No. And I would say the only reason why I say that we don't is because a lot of the people that are in charge in these brands are not tapped in from
Mhm.
the bottom.
Mhm.
They only see numbers and they only see like selling product, right? So you're not paying attention to who the real influencer is. And when I feel like social media plays a part in that and how that kind of got misconstrued a little bit
Mhm.
is now you would pay attention to somebody with a high follower account
Right.
who, yes, has followers, but do they followers really pay attention to them? Do they really know about what they're talking about?
Mhm.
And I'll give you a prime example. I respect this young man. I love what this young man has done, but Kai Cenat is a prime example of how you can go wrong trying to like build sales, but not really putting anything out there that's relatable.
Right.
I don't think Kai knew a lot about shoes. I think he enjoyed them. I think he liked them being from New York,
Mhm.
grew up around them. But this is why I asked you, like, do people really care about the story today? Because, or is it just us? Because when he had the segment on, what was it, Air Max Month last year?
Mhm. Yeah, it was bad. It was bad because it wasn't that it was just bad. It went bad.
It was no connecting the dots. He didn't know nothing about the product.
No.
Like, and everybody said
Didn't
it
he
was.
ask like the chat? Like, what's these?
He did.
Chat. What's these?
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
He did.
So I feel like, you know, that is where like, okay, y'all not like, you could have easily picked somebody that don't have a big following, but they know exactly what they're talking about. And whether they don't have the following, people actually pay attention to this person, but y'all only see numbers.
Right. Because I remember that. Like, there was the polys, the Air Max 1 polys. And I ain't gonna lie, I actually enjoyed those shoes.
Yeah.
I like
They were a good show, but
Yeah.
for me personally, and this might be kind of crazy to say, but like I kind of like them less because they started to get attached to Casanet.
Yeah.
Because,
Yeah.
but exactly for that reason, because it felt really disconnected.
And then too, I think too, with the street culture, you know, a lot of people don't want to blend those two worlds, corporate and street life. But a lot of y'all products, the basketball players that we grew up watching, they from the streets.
Right.
They from the streets. The rappers that
I was
y'all
gonna say, unless it's rap music, then
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like the rappers that y'all highlighted or the rappers that we paid attention to, like these were the people who can afford these things.
Mhm.
So this is where we got our fashion sense from, or what was cool, or what we wanted to look like.
Yep.
It was our street pharmacists, local street pharmacists, and
That wrong street pharmacist. Don't get caught. That's
yeah.
right. That was
So
Jeezy.
like
That was
even
Jeezy.
going back to like the story with my uncle, like my uncle was a huge influence in my life.
I saw that going the other way.
He was a street dude.
Okay.
You know?
I saw that going. He was a street pharmacist. I was like, well, you know, standing by CVS.
Yeah, no, because you
good.
tried to you thought like he took the.
I told you, my brain goes left to right real quick. And he's just like, really? I was like, I didn't mean to be offensive. But it was just the thought. I was like, damn.
Nah, he was just lazy, so I knew I wasn't gonna get him again. And he ran the streets back in the day, so I'm like, yeah, if he.
So
this is probably a one.
So it's crazy. So the blending of the bigger follow, basically you're saying they look at you over your following versus the actual quality of followers. It's quantity over quality.
For sure.
Cool. So at what point did the local feeling stop, the local bond stop, and it became the shift from local to corporate?
I would definitely say when
because I think
can I be honest?
I think it was COVID.
I think it was COVID, but prior to that, I think resale. When resale actually became a thing. So like the collab aspect of brands putting product out. I feel like they're still tapping into the streets because a lot of the collabs that we get are independent brand owners, people that come from the streets, i.e. Virgil, Tips, Joe. Like these are like people that has like real groundwork on that level. So I feel like once resale and the collabs came and they get popular and brands are actually paying attention to like, okay, this is what we charge, but this is what they're paying.
Right.
That shifts the entire program.
Right.
It makes it everything about like money or making a dollar outside of just this being something that we enjoy. And then also too, back then, it wasn't as accessible. It was like, or if you know, type of situation.
So, like I said, I felt like it was. I do agree with you that it was when the resellers started taking over, and that was like in the early 2000s, not early 2000s, but like late 2000s mostly, because you would go to a store and it'd be like 6 people in line, and they would tell you can only buy like 2 at a time, so 12 pairs are already going. Meanwhile, you didn't realize that it was already 6 people in this line. It means there's 6 people in another line for this one person. That I know one of my personal friends did that, which fine, albeit I loved him for it because I still got my shoes, but I understood why he was doing it. That's how he made his money. So he was buying them instead of, he basically had his own shoe store at that point. So I get it. But at the same time, I think when COVID hit, I think that's when all the other brands started to become popular because certain things were just not made available. So when a Jordan would drop and you were forced to buy it offline, because it's essentially when the sneakers app really started popping, even though it was before then, but it's when it really started hitting home that you need to use the sneakers app. Then you got, Adidas with their app. Then you got, New Balance and everybody's just running to get new stuff because there was nothing to get at the time. You either bought a Peloton or you got a treadmill. And in that you need running shoes. Well, I ain't the one to lie to you. Some Nikes ain't that comfortable to run it.
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
now you're looking for, things to run in. So now you're starting to look at On, you're looking at Hoka, and you're looking at New Balance, ASIC, Adidas, because especially the Adidas, they had the thick ass running shoe that was illegal to run in that the Kenyans was running in, but it ain't stopped them anyway. They still was breaking records. So I don't know why did y'all not make that illegal shoe to run in? It's beyond me because they were still busting ass. But
yeah.
and no, I am not anyway African. But having said that, it's just that's when I really noticed the cultural shift because at that point it was harder. It was even harder to get then because you could not stand in line. So now everybody's online. And that's why I was like, it was so much easier at that point in time to like get certain stuff. That's how I view it.
Yeah, but even then, like I'll like say like with resale, and then you have like bot culture that took over online, right? So people wasn't even able to get a lot of the stuff they wanted online because people had bots, and now they're taking everything. So then I think it just put people in the frenzy where it's just like, I'm gonna just buy it, just cause.
Right.
If I get access to it, I'm gonna just buy it. Granted, I probably don't even want it, but it like people became more impulsive,
Right.
in my opinion.
No, they did. They did because I found myself falling victim to it. And it was over it wasn't even a dumb shoe. It was just unnecessary. And it was the Air Jordan 11s, the snakeskin ones, the blue ones.
I know, yeah.
And I bought some for me. I bought some for my son. I bought some for my daughter. I bought some for my kid's mom at the time when we was living together. And then I was like, why am I rushing to get all these damn shoes? So I canceled my order. I canceled my daughter's order. Canceled at that time my kid's mom, we was together, I canceled her order and just kept my son's shoe. That was like one of the most responsible things I ever did in my life.
Yeah, like honestly, I just feel like resale just took it all away. Like once people realized, like, oh, even like when all the Jordan ones was dropping, everybody wanted every Jordan one that dropped during the pandemic because that was just like the hype at the moment. And I feel like when you pay so much attention to hype, you really lose the essence of what this culture is and what it really represents. And I feel like brands lose sight of that. Now they're only thinking about making a dollar. Y'all
Right.
not looking at who's the intended audience. How can you reach them? What can you do differently to reach them? Like you're just looking at it from a popularity contest.
Right. And I'm glad you said that. So my question is, do influencers help the sneaker culture to grow? Because I don't
think
feel
so.
I don't feel like they do.
I feel like some do, right? But I feel like, and I'm gonna just say this, I feel like, when it comes down to certain influencers or even certain women in this space who they try to use as to be an influencer.
I don't know why I felt like that was to Beyonce. I don't want the beehive on my ass.
It wasn't Beyonce, but it's somebody that we all know. And I just did not like how the brand was like using her, but we've never seen her in the sneaker space outside of now. And it's cool now. She did an episode on what was it? Was it Complex? Did Complex do an interview with her? Somebody did an interview with her, and she was showing all these hype shoes, the off-white Virgil 4s, the women's ones that came out, Chunky Dunky. Didn't even know the names. Didn't even know like the importance. It was just all hype, all hype. So, yeah, I feel like when it becomes like that, like y'all losing y'all intended audience, and I feel like a lot of brands, even when it comes down to women, y'all focusing on women that have a certain aesthetic, but those same women, I guarantee you, 5 years from now, if something else becomes popular, they're gonna gravitate towards that. They're not women that's like set in like, no, I'm in this because I like this. They're in this because it's popular and it can get attention and it can make them $1. And when that happens, brands is gonna have to lean back on the people that they didn't pay attention to.
Right. Okay, so because obviously most influencers are on social media, like they're within
And let's be real, how many influencers are actually influential?
None. I don't think so. I'm sorry. The only one I actually find influential is the dude that like, you gonna have a good day today. And he be jumping up and down.
What?
I forgot full name. He had the weird dance and the skip, and he was like, yeah, look at you. And he ran from the camera and came back. You remember that boy? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know.
The lanky boy, tall boy, like 8'9", and he would run off. I thought he had autism at one point. But then he was like he was so positive. Like he's still out there, doing his thing. He got this one song out now. I only seen it in scrolling through. But he was like, you gonna have a good day. Look at yourself. You look good.
I don't know.
Look at you. But you know what I'm talking about. I forgot boy name too, but you look that up. You ain't got nothing else to do. So I'm sitting up there and I'm like, people like him, like he might, while he's not in this world, he's more influential because he's keeping you, he's positive. And nothing against, anybody else that calls himself an influencer or
it's not. It's
somebody
not.
that,
not at all.
lives in that lifestyle. Nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing is it. But people like that, I could watch all day because they're just so positive. But I honestly, I don't think that works in our world. So it's like, I think, all right. So do you think social media made sneaker culture more accessible or more performative?
Performative.
Why?
Because everybody's a sneakerhead now. Everybody is constituted as a sneakerhead, whether you jumped in it 2 years ago, whether you've been in it 15 years. Like, if you just own a pair of shoes, you can get in front of a camera and post them, put your little fit together, and put yourself out there to the world. I do think it's performative. I don't think a lot of people truly care about the culture outside of how cool it makes you look. And I think back then it made you look cool, but social media wasn't around when we were growing up. So literally all you had was the people around you. The whole world couldn't see you. So, now you have access to so many different people. And I feel like a lot of people honestly just want to be seen. A lot of people want to be known. Like the influencer is the new celebrity now. Like you have influencer people, oh, let me get your autograph. Or I've been following you for this long and you know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, people just want to be seen. I think for a good amount of people, it's just performative and because it's a check.
So I agree with the performative a trillion% because you got so many people, like you said, are just getting things just to show you because it's built on the reputation is built on clout
For sure.
at that point in time. So it kind of makes the person's authenticity very difficult to believe. So like,
There's nothing authentic about it.
Right. So do you think it makes it, harder to recognize authenticity when you're on social media or online and stuff like that? Because to be fair, everybody's playing a character.
For sure.
Like
for sure.
Even in my own way, and when I do my, social media posts, I gotta recognize I'm in a character. So,
Absolutely.
And coming across people,
Absolutely.
I'm my authentic self. I don't know, but on there, I'm a character. Like you put your posts up and you're, showing off your dressing and whatever else you're putting up there, and people are recognizing they don't know. I don't think people know how to separate the character from the person.
Yes. Yes. But I feel like most people can't even identify when they're being a character or if it's really them. I feel like a lot of people just do stuff just to do it.
Right.
I don't feel like a lot of people really have real intentions on certain things that they do because we don't think anymore. Like
we don't have to.
We don't have to. We don't have to. It's not required. So you can just pretty much be whoever you want to be in the world today without anybody fact checking or checking. Even back then, like in order to get in certain spaces, somebody had to facilitate that. They had to authorize that. Like, nah, she cool. He cool. Nah, he been, what I'm saying? Like it had to be that. Now it's just like, oh, they got 10,000 followers. Hey, do you know them?
That seems to be the magic number.
That's it. That's it. Like, so like, yeah, I don't. I think it's social media is a gift and a curse.
Well, in the beginning phases, it was just fun.
Yeah.
And people didn't know how to use it. So I think one of the favorite things that I've like before they started, because when social media started, you couldn't put videos up.
You couldn't do anything. You couldn't put statuses on Instagram. It was literally just pictures.
Yep, just pictures. Couldn't barely put a caption up. So you would look at a picture, it'd be somebody plate of food or somebody like out eating lunch.
Yep. Yep.
Then my favorite, like the face you make when the Chick-fil-A still cold. You just like, why did you post this?
Yeah.
Like, do you not understand how this works? My mom does that. I don't know why to this day she still does this, but she'll put like a picture of a flower next to a plate and be like, good eating, but nothing on the plate. It's old people for you. I'm 75 years old, so I don't expect them too much. But just understanding, like, it is definitely way harder to find authenticity in this type of space. It does not exist.
But see, that's where I don't blame influencers for it because I feel like influencers are doing what they supposed to do. Y'all trying to put yourself out there to get a check. Y'all trying to put yourself out there to be recognized by a brand.
So
it's up to the brand.
Right. So do you feel like women creators get pushed more into fashion versus any other field, any other genre?
Either like fashion or like
I don't see them too many
hair or makeup or
anything but sneaks, basically.
Pretty much.
That's
pretty
not
much.
fair.
Pretty much. Pretty much.
I don't like that.
Anything that's like geared towards what women are supposed to be into, they get more shine in that. But even in the sneaker space, like I said, like it's a certain woman that they, and I talk about this a lot, and I will always be an advocate for this, but it's a certain woman that they push. It's a certain look that she has to have. And you see the look 80,000 times on like 80,000 different women, but they all look the same.
BBL dub.
They all look the same.
BBL dub.
Right? And I don't blame that on them. I blame that on the brand because you're not really paying attention to your audience.
Not.
A lot of y'all don't even know who y'all target audience is. And y'all trying to appeal to people and it looks fake. And the woman who I was talking about was Lala.
Oh, I kind of figured that.
Yeah.
You said she had her own
and it's not to say that she wasn't, right? But in the 90s when she was DJing and when she was doing her what was she on the radio or whatever the case may be?
She
like
worked for MTV and stuff like that.
She was in heels all day. We've never seen her in sneakers, even when she first started dating Carmelo. And I was
about to say because
Carmelo was in his heyday. Like we didn't.
Carmelo collection. This is our collection. That's what she said.
That's what I'm saying. So like we didn't see that, and it may have been there, but it wasn't cool to show back then.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
Mike, we gotta pay some bills.
Like, look at this nigga. Ain't even tie his damn shoes.
I don't even need to say.
But I see what he did with that bottle. That bottle is fire.
Yeah, but look how he carried that shit. Stiffen your wrist!
It matches the shirt like crazy.
How the hell you got shorts on, but your knees must be old?
You see how the pinks and the reds, all that matching with the sneakers? He got style.
Stop.
So if Instagram disappeared today or tomorrow, would sneaker culture be healthier or weaker?
It would be weaker. And the reason why I would say it would be weaker is because brands would have to find a different way to market to people. Social media has made it easier, but social media has also watered it down,
Right.
in my opinion. And I was asked before, like, you know, and I'll post this to you. How many people do you think, if seating went away, because that plays into social media too.
Mhm.
If seating went away, how many shoes do you think that people would actually buy for themselves if seating went away?
I don't know.
Probably not a
Probably
lot
not
of
a
them.
lot.
Probably not a lot of them. People are not buying things. People want to be sent things for free.
Right. Okay.
And that's all because of social media. So I feel like if social media went away, brands then will have to figure out another way to market to people, and it will have to be more authentic, and it will have to be real.
I'm going to combat the weaker. I'm going to combat the weaker with, I think it'd be healthier. And here's why. Because it forces people back inside to go back outside. Because now you don't get the convenience of seeing things or knowledge of product when you want it. So with social media, I can scroll back
Mhm.
and people repost and repost, because that right there is free promotion.
Mhm.
When Nike puts something out,
Mhm.
or Adidas puts something out, or
Mhm.
J Tips, or Joe Fresh Goods, or Kith, any one of them, ALD, if he put anything out, he just drops it, one click of a button, what, 2 million likes, but it's the repost that you're looking for real, for real. It's not about the likes, because you're going to get those, because
Mhm.
you have those followers and they see your shit no matter what.
Mhm.
I think if social media went away, Facebook, Instagram, whatever, any of those, if all of them went away right now, it will force people back inside. It will force you to be more creative. It will force you to put commercials out. It will force you to spend dollars on it and actually work for it.
But let me ask you this though: how many people do you think will actually do that? Given how spoiled we are with access,
Right.
I feel like people would gravitate towards other things or gravitate to what's easier for them, not necessarily work harder.
So I would play like I said, I play the opposite, only because we're still looking for the stories. Well, how did those stories get out during those time frames?
Mhm.
You were forced to watch it on television. When's the last time you really seen a commercial?
Super Bowl.
The only time you really probably see a commercial is if you're on YouTube in the first 5 seconds and all
Yeah.
you're doing is waiting for the
Yeah.
skip.
And now that everybody paying for the subscription, so now you ain't got to see the
Yeah, you
commercial.
ain't got to see commercial. But just imagine if you had to make a commercial, you had to watch it. You couldn't hit a skip button. You took all that away and you got to watch that commercial.
But what if, okay, given back then, like everybody have access to everything at the drop of a phone.
Yep.
Right? You can literally go anywhere. Now, what if it's situations where it's like, because back then when we were growing up, if you wanted to see something, you like you said, you had to be in front of the TV.
Mhm.
You had to know, like, no, this is showing at this time, this is dropping at this time. Like you
Mhm.
actually had to
You had to know.
you had to do the work.
Or you had to go on website, Nike Talk, go find it.
Absolutely.
You had to do the work.
Absolutely.
Chat rooms.
But even back then, that was a small community. It wasn't a lot of people.
Yeah, but shit still sold. So
Shit still sold, but it wasn't to the point where it was like, don't get me wrong, stuff sold because it was popular, but I feel like people now have it so easy that if they had to go back to do the work,
they wouldn't do it.
they wouldn't do it.
No.
They wouldn't do it. That's why I say it would make them weaker, because now you have to figure out how to market different. You have to figure out how to get
You got to be creative.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And people attention spans are short. People they just don't want to do it. People see what somebody else is doing and then be like, okay, let me try to
Let me
mimic
replicate
this.
that. Right.
And then but who are you in that? Like you're literally copying somebody else. Unless you take something, like Virgil always say, you could take something and flip it and make it new.
Mm-hmm.
But even that takes a level of creativity and a level of thinking that I feel like a lot of people just not to say that they can't do it, but they don't want to.
No, and just off the strength of him doing the dented candle, he was like, "This is a dented candle. I mean, dented can.
Yeah.
I'm gonna dump this out and put a candle in it. Watch how I sell this. It's gonna be like $300 for a candle."
Yes.
Because not just because he made it, but because it looks like something that you should pay $300 for.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Right.
That's just me. That's just personally what I think. I think social media makes it easier for everybody. Even when it comes down to figuring out style, I feel like a lot of people don't even have to develop their own personal style.
No, they don't.
A lot of people could just go on social media and be like, okay, this dude wearing these shorts. Oh, jorts. I ain't never heard of jorts, but I like how he wore them. I want a pair.
You go right on Pinterest.
Yep.
Jorts.
Yep.
Men in jorts.
And they even got it on
women in
TikTok where
jorts.
like you can hold down the image and it'll pop up with
Mhm.
all these other different things to show you like, or you could get it from here, or you could buy it from here, or
Chat GPT. Put
That's
the
what I'm
shorts in and
saying.
go dress it for you.
That's what I'm saying. Like, so now,
Almost did for my living room.
if social media didn't exist,
Oh, we'd be back in our.
we would be back in
know,
our days, which I
yeah.
think we would manage, but
we'd be fine.
we'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
But the newer generation, I think that's who a lot of these brands are trying to target, and they also think that it's very hard to target. But it's true, they are, because they're fickle.
But I also think without social media, that would eliminate a lot of stuff. But that's too deep. That's too deep.
Yeah, no, it would. Like I said, it would show who's really in it to be in it because
Right.
it's a love versus who's just in it to be seen for a check. Because I also know people who got into sneakers because they wanted to do other things, but they didn't have the audience or the leverage to do it. So they tapped into sneakers because it was easy for them to build an audience in that. And all they do is just post a foot pic.
That's a wild fetish too.
That's it. All they do is just post a foot pic. And now it's like brands is sending them all this type of stuff just to post a fit pic.
Post pic because of the likes
and now they look like they've been into this, but really they just use this as leverage to tap into something else like makeup or hair or whatever the case may be because they couldn't do it on their own.
I'm about to start doing that. So
I mean, everybody else doing it.
He's got my foots out there. Mike, pay these bills, please.
Hey, man. You told me you was outside 15 minutes ago, bro.
First of all, 15 minutes is an hour in black people time. Okay?
What is that, bro?
A supplement bottle.
A supplements, nigga. When did they come out with those? You out here just buying stuff, not telling the homies that they got all this new stuff coming out, picking me up late. What's good with you, man?
I'm a good friend because you ungrateful. You ungrateful. You know what? You could be walking on SEPTA. You could be catching Uber. You could be spending a lot. You need to get a bike.
Bro, where can I get the bottle? Like, where's my bottle?
You know I can't get the fuck out of this car. It's 20 minutes to get in here. Dislocated my hip again. Trying to get the fuck back in there. You want a bottle? Here.
Hey. Appreciate you, man.
Yeah, I'm a good friend. I bought two.
Listen, man, I don't care what
That
they
was
say
for me.
about you. You right with me. You solid with me, man.
I appreciate that. Appreciate it.
Okay, so this segment here is one that might probably hurt a couple people feelings, little people feelings, because right now logos run everything now. You got brands, validation, social proof, trends. So I'm asking you just on a light note.
Mm-hmm.
Do sneaker brands still shape the culture, or do they react to what the culture wants?
Okay. I would say it's about 50-50. And the reason why I say that, because, the reason why I say it's 50-50 is because look at brands like Asics, look at brands like New Balance, look
Right.
at brands like Saucony. These are brands that a lot of people probably didn't really pay attention to back then, didn't really know a lot of their silhouettes, didn't
Mhm.
really know a lot of the fire that they put out over the years, right? But
Mhm.
now, because you have certain people that's tied to the brand now, they can produce bring back silhouettes that we've never seen. Like, for instance, Joe with what was it? Was it 1890s?
The new
newest ones?
Yeah.
1890s, yeah.
1890s.
Yeah. So they're using his influence to push that silhouette. Now you have the GR's release of their silhouette, and then Action Bronson
Yeah.
did the silhouette.
That's wild. They sandwiched that in there like that.
Yeah. Even with Saucony,
I was just thinking about J-Tips Pro Grids.
Yes.
Pushed the Pro Grids, and then they pushed the Matrixes. And then
Yep. So J-Tips brought a lot of those to life to where it's like, oh, J-Tips did it. We like J-Tips. Okay, so maybe they'll like these too. Right. So they put it in our face, but then I'll say like it's the opposite too, because like now you're forced to be more creative. You can't, like, for instance, with Jordan, the retros, like these kids today, they don't care about the retros.
No.
Unless it's like a certain silhouette. Metallic 5s. That's the only one that I could like really think of that like went super crazy as far as like resale and just sell. And it was actually hard to get.
Yeah, you did say that.
And I didn't think they were gonna like.
I didn't
Nobody
either.
thought that.
I didn't think
I
that.
didn't
Nobody
at all.
thought
I
that
thought they were
because
gonna sit.
every other retro after that, before that, damn near set. They were sitting.
I was waiting for the sale.
That's what I'm saying. A lot of people thought that.
Yeah.
A lot of people thought that. So when those went skyrocket, it's just like, well, damn,
I believe it's because of the white laces. I think they had a lot to do with them.
the white laces.
Because there were the pictures of facilitating and Mike wearing the files with the white laces.
Yeah.
You never really seen those before.
No.
And all of a sudden, he's dribbling down court and he's like getting ready to get into like, I guess, switch right position, and he's got black fives on with white laces. He was like, Mike did that?
Mhm.
And then they put those out. And there we have it.
Mm-hmm. And then too, like I think it's just like the colorway. Gamma 11s is another one.
That's another. I was about to say that Gammas went crazy.
Gammas went crazy,
Believe it or
but
not, I am not a Gamma fan.
I am for special reasons.
I can understand.
I love Gammas for
I can
special
understand.
reasons, but I still don't have them, and I wanted them, and I don't have them. And like I think I made a post on Twitter. Like I just remember like what 4 or 5 months when we knew that these was coming out, everybody was talking shit about them. Nobody wanted them. Everybody wanted Concords or something else to release or Space Jams to release.
Right,
Nobody wanted Gammas. And
Right.
then fast forward when Gammas released, now nobody can grab Gammas.
Right.
They're selling out like crazy. So I think it's 50-50.
Okay.
When it comes to that. I think some things are just timeless and they stand on their own. But when you have like upcoming brands, even Brooks, that's one brand that I feel like bringing out new things, Hoka running
Mm-hmm.
new things and like really getting the attention of the public.
Right. Because it all stems from, the dad shoe.
Mm-hmm.
And going into that, and it's like, well, dad's wearing this too. And he's wearing this too. And now it's, it's not, being clunky. It's now more geared towards comfort. So I look at it as like, I think now you're right. I'll rock with you with 50-50 because of the simple fact that they're bringing out retros, but at the same time, it's like it's building. So,
It is, and that if you want to talk about like them building their own influence, look what Adidas did with the AE. Completely new silhouette, new everything, technology, everything, and yet we was hyped for that.
Right. So I'm glad you brought that up. So do you think people are scared to scared to wear what they actually like?
Yes. Yes.
So whatever people have on, they obviously, not me, but they don't have it on for the right reasons.
I ain't gonna say like a lot of people, but I do feel like a lot of people do not wear what they like. They wear what they see.
Following the trends.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but there are, things that force your hand into actually wanting it more because you keep seeing. It's like the Hindenburg effect. The more you see it, the more you want it.
Yeah, I mean that's just the genius behind marketing and tapping into people's psychology from that standpoint. But like I feel like a lot of people, like for instance, I give you a prime example. What shoe was that? What shoe was that? I think it was like a Travis Scott or something. But
Right.
everybody talked about how trash they were. And
You
yet
talking about
everybody still tried to buy them.
oh my God. I put them on like my top ones for last year. The ones with the strap.
Yes. The Jack. Was Jack
Cactus Jack?
Cactus Jumpman
About the
Jack?
trainers?
Jumpman Jack, yeah.
The trainers that came out?
Yeah.
The Air,
and the trainers too.
Yeah,
trainers too.
That's what I was thinking.
Like
the
trainers,
Air
too.
Jacks.
the brown
With the,
yeah.
Yeah, the Jacks. I actually turned those into golf shoes.
Yeah. Nobody liked those.
I thought they were fire.
I thought they were dope. That's why I turned them into golf
Well,
shoes.
I mean, trainers are one of my favorite.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
I'm talking
yeah.
about like a lot of people because it wasn't what we was used to from Travis Scott.
Mhm.
It was, and then the ones that he did before it was the two colorways, and I think they're under retail now. But it was the trainers, and then what was it was another one too.
Talk about the
It was the football turf shoe, wasn't they?
it was oh. I'll find it.
Okay,
All right.
but even to that point, you don't like them, but you're gonna buy them just to buy them.
So can somebody have original style if their entire wardrobe is trend driven? Because at that point, like you just said, you're buying based off trend.
I mean, or you could just be a trendy person, and if you okay with that, you okay with that. I typically don't like to judge people off what they wear, but there is a difference between somebody that's fashionable and somebody that's stylish.
Got you. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
Yeah.
I don't. Yeah, I don't know where I fit in there. I'll
Mhm.
figure that out.
Yeah.
But I get exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, what's one trend in sneakers or fashion culture you just want to see, like, or that you're already tired of? Like, what's one?
Mm. Uh. mm, I think eventually we gonna overdo the distress look,
Hmm.
the ripped up shirts, ripped hoodies.
So, I got a problem with distress looks. I still tend Mike himself is still into the distress look, and he recently distressed the jacket to where he ripped the collar off and turned it into a bow tie. And
I didn't turn it into a bow tie. I ripped the collar off. It looked like a cardigan almost, but it was just like a collarless jean
Mhm.
jacket. Oh, you seen
Mhm.
the ad? Yeah.
Yeah.
he turned it.
I didn't turn nothing to no bow tie.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
Now, see, that's different though. That would just be like repurposing, right?
Right.
But when I say distressed, I'm talking
Repurposing, yeah.
about, you know, like everybody's doing something distressed, whether paint splatter or we gonna put a rip here or a rip there. Like it's cool if you're customizing like your own stuff just because you want to wear it differently. But I feel like eventually that look and then like the whole crop top
I don't know how I feel about that.
look too.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I don't dislike it. I
I-
like it, but I do think that it's overly saturated.
Yeah, because you're seeing so many people with the crop top look,
Everybody want
whether it's a
boxy
jacket or
shirts.
shirt, box shirts.
Yeah. Now some of it look good.
No, it do.
I wear it. Like
I do as well.
some of it looks good, but I do feel like if that's all you have,
Then you're just trendy.
yes, unless it's just what you like.
Then that would be fashionable.
That would be stylish.
Okay, that would be stuff. We gonna talk about that. we gonna have our what you call it. Okay. So we gotta pay some bills. Mike, pay the bills because I'm getting tired of not paying bills. I want the lights to stay on. Okay. So before we close out, we got a little game we like to play here. There's a couple of them. This one's real quick. So you gotta describe. You could either do one shoe or 3 different types of shoes. One that you would get married in, one that you would get buried in, and one that you would chill in. Yep.
Okay.
Let's go.
All right.
Lock it in.
Okay. I would get married in Bread 11s. I would get buried in a pair of G Fazos, a pair of all white Air Force Ones. And I would chill in. What do I chill in?
You're gonna be crisp in that casket.
That's what I'm trying to tell you. I would chill in,
Crisp.
honestly, some
All
Chucks.
purpose. Okay. Nobody's ever said Chucks.
I'll chill in some Chucks.
And you definitely are the first person that they would get buried in Air Force Ones. I'm being honest.
Yeah.
Am I lying?
No, I think
No. Mm-mm.
in some white on white, yeah.
Some white and whites, for
Yeah,
sure.
some white on white, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get a little toxic here. Mike, you got your closing sayings.
Sneakers used to tell people where you were from. Now they tell people who you're trying to be. The challenge is making sure you don't lose yourself chasing the image. And I'm still glad that the sneakers at my clothes.
Yeah,
I'm sad about that.
on Clay. I'm upset about that too.
Listen, they wasn't letting me win what I wanted to win anyway. So I don't.
So you
I was winning, but I was winning. I was winning like all the time.
I am sad about that because it's like the end of an era. But then too, I'm like, okay, anxiety can go away a little bit.
Nah, it's gonna be even more because now you're like, what do I do?
Yeah, yeah. Like,
I
where
don't
do
want
I
to go back
now?
to the days of going to the regular Nike app. I wasn't cool with that.
Yeah, yeah.
You had
Or
to-
having to pop into the store. Like, at least for me, going into a store or camping out, I cannot do that no more.
Oh, we are
I can't do that no more.
I can't. I ain't paying nobody.
The last time I did it was 2020,
COVID.
All-Star Weekend in Chicago, right before COVID hit.
In,
COVID probably hit about a week or 2 weeks after that.
in the Shy rack.
Yes. Yes.
Oh wow, that's wild. That's wild. All right. Well, I had fun today.
So did I.
I enjoyed your company.
I enjoyed yours.
You
Thank
got
you for the conversation.
she gotta come back. We gonna be friends.
Let's do it.
So Mike with his closing remarks. I don't know what I'm gonna be honest, I don't know what the fuck half that shit meant, but it sounded good.
Thank you guys for having me. It's been a time. Letting me go on my rant and talk my shit just a little bit.
We was conversing. I ain't have a good convo. I've had great conversations recently, but this is up there.
So, I appreciate that.
You gotta come back. We'll figure something out.
Yes.
But from our table to your table, we are the Soul Table.